Do you see big problems in the world today? Countries failing, people suffering and suffering from the failures of those countries? Governments telling people how to behave, what they can say, what you can't say, what you can think, and what you can't think? Where do you find the answers to these problems? I'm going to tell you. You have to look to history. Look at these different countries around the world. They're all full of just people like you and me. We're all living on the same planet. But some are thriving and others are suffering. They've got poverty, they have starvation, and they're just getting by. What's the difference? Why are some people thriving and some people suffering? It's the values and the rights and the institutions that were designed to put those rights into actual practice. The suffering countries, the people are told that they get their rights from the government. The government decides what you're allowed to do as a human being. The thriving countries, they're told that they get their rights from God, not from the government. The government is not their God. The suffering countries, the governments rule over the people no different than the kings did in feudal times. They just rule over them. In fact, you like to hear them using the words rule of law a lot, but they mean a different type of ruling. The countries that are thriving, the governments act on the consent of the people. They only act on the consent of the people for what they're supposed to do. What is your country built on? And what are its foundations? Are they full of cracks? Are they failing? Do you regard these foundations with the importance that they deserve to make sure that they're in place? Listen to Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas speak on this matter.
None of our rights come from the government. All of the government's authority comes from our consent. And the structure and limited role of government is to assure that it does not exceed the authority to which we have consented or intrude on our natural rights. The Constitution is the means of government. It is the declaration that announces the ends of government. The Constitution achieves this purpose by protecting our natural rights and our liberties from concentrated power and excessive democracy. Our Constitution creates a separation of powers and federalism, truly for the first time in modern history, to prevent the government from becoming so strong that it threatens our natural rights.
You know, when politicians give their word today, these days it's most likely a lie. Maybe it's good for 5 minutes, 5 days, or 5 months, but it's not something they hang on to forever. In a failing country, they break these promises, their words, in 5 minutes, and they've got a big grin on their face when they do it. But the politicians who signed the Declaration of Independence, they signed that knowing it was a potential death sentence for themselves that they were signing. If they did not stand by their words, if they did not deliver, and they did not succeed. What about you? Do you stand by your words? Do you know what to stand by? What do you stand for?
In the middle of a hurricane, or you can be on a calm day, north is still north. You could be in a thunderstorm, north is still north. People can yell at you, north is still north. It doesn't change fundamental things. And in this business, right is still right, even if you stand by yourself.